This ruling was definitely a big shock to some legal experts. The court in California, as you heard from the mayor, does have a rather conservative reputation. And so California, shockingly, is now the second state where gay and lesbian residents can marry. But what this ruling does not mean, Don, is that couples will not be entitled to federal benefits, Social Security and so on, but they can claim benefit status under state laws. And as you just discussed, this decision could prod other states to go ahead and pass similar legislation using California as a precedent. Now, the court said, in very plain English, it is a basic civil right to marry someone that you love, which includes all Californians, whether they're gay or heterosexual. And so as long as that ruling is, that's what it boils down to.
All right, Kelly, and what about politically? How will this, or how might this, I should say, obviously you don't have a crystal ball, but how might this play out politically, getting very close to deciding the Democratic nominee? We know who the Republican nominee is.
Man, I'll tell you, man, I don't need a crystal ball. I've got a BlackBerry, and I'm already being completely inundated with emails from all sorts of conservative groups. I mean, there's definitely going to be more of a focus on where the candidates stand on this issue, which hasn't been, you know, one of the top 3 issues we've heard about.
It hasn't, Kelly.
No,
and,
it hasn't.
But what's interesting in the last 2 presidential elections, and even during the Clinton time, remember, don't ask, don't tell, and then
right.
when George Bush was elected the first time and the second time, this was a huge political issue, but this time not so much.
Not so much, but I think obviously this will put it on the radar screen. All 3 presidential candidates actually oppose same-sex marriage, but Democrats support the idea of civil unions. And you know what, Don? This is going to bring a lot of attention to the courts and the type of judges sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
And that is something that political analysts say will definitely energize conservatives. You know, they're going to call attention to that and say, look, you know, do we want, you know, someone who's liberal in the White House, which will then translate into liberals on the bench, where you get decisions like this one, which many conservatives obviously oppose.